This week we'll start out with a big warm-up, paying attention to all the nooks and crannies in our legs and in our hips. And then we'll get into working them, but the important part is to feel good. So if you like certain poses, remember those and repeat often. If you find certain poses challenging, try to see why that is and see how you can open up in that position. Let's begin grounded and curled in child's pose. Knees are wide, big toes together, forehead is on the mat, arms are out in front of you, completely relaxed. Breathe 3 times here, nice and slow through your nose. Just focus your mind on being here and ready to move and breathe in ways that your body will love. You don't have to do anything here for the next half hour or so, but breathe and move. Try to clear your mind of outside thoughts. The more you let gravity take over in resting poses, the more you allow your muscles to relax. And once you're finished with your 3 breaths, press into your hands and sit up on your heels. Take your 2 blocks and place them in front where your forehead was on the mat. Line them up horizontally and place your elbows on the blocks, shoulder width apart. Place your forehead back down on the mat, back into child's pose, bringing your palms together, and then bend your elbows, bringing your thumbs to the back of your neck for a light tricep stretch. Breathe here, allowing gravity again to melt you into the ground. Take another breath, loving being here on the mat and doing yoga for you and your baby. On your next inhale, come on up, and then roll onto your hip on the side to come up to sit. Remove your blocks off to the side. Take your long pillow or bolster and lay it down lengthways on the mat behind you. Come down on your side and come to lay all the way down on your right side with your right arm under your head as a pillow. If that's not comfortable on your neck, you can prop up your head with your hand. Use that cushion behind you as support for your spine and lean into it. Knees are bent, and then take your top knee in your hand and straighten out your bottom leg any amount. Pull your knee towards your armpit for a nice hip stretch. Breathe here, and as you exhale, you might relax into it a bit more. Stay here, but start to straighten out your left leg any amount, holding on to the back of your thigh, calf, or your foot for a big but gentle hamstring, groin, and leg stretch. Breathe and stretch easy in this warm-up. Your belly should be relaxed and expanding as you breathe in. And then start to rebend that leg and grab the top of your foot, bringing your knee closer towards each other, stretching out your quad. Lean into the bolster for support. Try not to arch your low back too much. And maybe resisting yourself by pressing your foot into your hand. Take it easy in this first stretch and then slowly release your foot. Extend your leg long and roll onto your cushion on your back. You can place your feet flat on the mat to help you, and then get even. And then when you're ready, roll off to the left side. Supporting your head in the most comfortable way, extend your bottom leg long as you take your right knee in your hand, stretching your hip flexor open. Knee towards your armpit. Breathe out. Let your belly have room here to breathe. And when you're ready, start to extend that leg any amount. Holding onto your leg or your foot wherever it's comfortable. Relax your glutes. Relax your shoulders. Maybe flex your foot if you don't have a hold of it. Opening up your hip. And then slowly bend that leg again and take a hold of the top of your foot, stretching out your quad muscles. Breathing into the large muscles of your leg. Use your core a bit so you don't arch your back. There should be no sensation in your low back. This should feel intense in your quad, but really good. So resist yourself if you did it on the other side, and concentrate on your breathing. And then release, slowly coming into a resting fetal position. Take a long breath in through your nose to a count of 4. And then let it go, just as slow out your nose. Relax your jaw while breathing. And when you're ready, use your forearms and your hands to press yourself up to sit on your mat. Sit evenly in your hips and keep that equal pressure in your hips as you bend your right leg in to place your right foot straight in the center line in front of you. Bend your left leg and place your foot flat on the mat. Your left foot should be placed a little wide with toes and knees pointing out at an angle. Sit up again, nice and tall. If you have any rounding in your low back at all, just grab a block to sit up on. Palms come together in front of you and just breathe into your groin stretch here. Notice where it is tight and just focus on relaxing that area by breathing a bit slower right into that muscle or joint. On your next inhale, reach your left arm out straight in front of your left shin and your right arm up above your shoulder. Breathe out here and then inhale. Exhale and lean over any amount to the left, keeping your chest lifted, chin lifted. And then inhale and come back to center, sweeping both arms up. And exhale, fold over towards your right bended leg. Keep both sitting bones on the ground or your block. Both legs stay right where they are. Drop your chin in to relax your neck, breathing into the stretch. And then inhale and stack your spine back up. Bring the soles of your feet together, sit up nice and tall, and then fall forward for a moment here. Centering yourself and lightly getting into your groin, opening your sacrum. Inhale back up and then sit evenly again in your hips and stay grounded as you bend your left leg in as that left foot lines up in a vertical line in front of you. Right foot goes flat on the mat, out a bit wide with toes and knees tracking in the same direction. Sitting up as tall as you can. Sitting on the mat or your block, palms together in front of you and breathing, relaxing your face muscles. Send your breath to a place where your oxygen can help release any tight muscles. On your next inhale, reach your right arm out straight in front of your right leg and left arm reaches up. Exhale, and then inhale. Exhale and lean over any amount to the right, chest rotating open towards the sky. Big breath in, coming back to center. Both arms go up, and exhale, fold over your left bended leg. Staying grounded and even in your hips. Keep that right knee over your right ankle. Rounding in your upper back and just let go. And then slowly come up, sitting beautifully tall. Roll over your knees and come to tabletop position, where all 10 fingers are spreading right underneath your shoulders, hips stack on top of your knees. Breathe in and move into cow pose where your tailbone lifts, your low belly strong. And then exhale and tuck your tailbone, round your upper back. A couple more times on your own, loosening your spine. And then inhale and come up to standing on your knees when you're ready. Inhale, arms reach up, open hands stack above your shoulders. And exhale, bending your elbows, arching your upper back, looking slightly up. Inhale, arms reach back up, and exhale, hands to hips. From here, you straighten out your right leg out to the side. Try to keep your front ribs drawing in and a spine stacked on top of each other. Now inhale, arms sweep up, and exhale, reach your right hand down in the front of your leg, and left arm up, chest opening up, and just stay here and breathe one more breath. Next, inhale, come through center and breathe out. Lean over to your left hand to your hip and right arm up and over. Stay long in your neck, maybe looking up. Then inhale back to center, hands to your hips and bend your straight leg. Toes and knees pointing out to the side. Inhale. Sweep your right arm under your left, crossing your arms into eagle arms, trying to have palms touch each other. Breathe here and exhale over to the right any amount. The slight twist is opening the left shoulder. Inhale back to center and release your arms, sweeping up. Exhale and right arm in front of the left arm rises, looking up. Breathe in and come back up, arms up. Straighten out your right leg again and exhale, fold forward, keeping your hips level, tucking your chin in, relaxing your jaw. Breathe into your low back. Next time you breathe in slowly, stack your spine vertebrae by vertebrae, and finally your neck and head. Hands go on your hips. Inhale, right arm reaches up, and breathe out, leaning to the left, looking up, relaxing your shoulders. Good, and then come back to center, switch sides. So bring your right knee in to kneel, and then left leg extends out, placing your foot flat on the ground if you can, keeping a nice upright spine as we bend from side to side. Here we go. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, reach left hand down in front of your leg, right arm goes up, chest towards the sky. Try not to collapse into your left ribs, but make more space between them. Breathe in to come through center, and breathe out to moving over to your right hand to your hip, and left arm reaches up, trying to look up, stacking your shoulders. Then inhale back to center, both hands to your hips, and bend your straight legs, toes and knees pointing out to the side. Inhale, left arm goes under your right and then twists in front of you. Lift your elbows a bit, feel the shoulders stretch, and maybe upper back opening. One breath more, and then exhale over to the left. Arms are right in front of your nose, just staying light in your twist. Inhale back to center as you release your arms, sweeping them up. Exhale and left arm goes down in front of your left leg, right arm up, looking up. Inhale, come back to center, sweeping left arm up too. Straighten out your left leg again, and exhale and fold forward. Fingertips down in front of you, letting gravity do all the work so you don't have to. Soften something in this lovely stretch. And then next inhale, slowly, super slow, come up to center, feeling good. Hands go on your hips. Inhale, left arm reaches up, and exhale over to the right, looking up, relaxing your neck, and then come back to center. Now come into a squat in any way that is most comfortable. We'll have our palms pressing in front of us to give us a bit of lift with your spine. Top of your head reaching up, sinking and breathing into your hips that are expanding for your baby. Close your eyes and just take a breath or two here. Feel your feet flat on the ground. Keep your knees right over your toes and start to press into your feet a lot as your hips press back, and press up with a straight spine into your stand, reaching your arms up. Keep your arms reaching at the top. Spread your fingers, open palms, reach out to the sides a bit, and then step your feet wider with toes and knees pointing out into star pose. On your next exhale, sink into your hips, keeping your spine upright. Look forward, arms sweeping down, and come almost all the way into a squat. And then breathe into stand all the way back up. One more time like that. Exhale and get deep into your wide-legged goddess squat. And then inhale, sweeping your arms up. Wiggle your toes to point forward, and then exhale and come forward with a straight spine, folding over your legs into wide-legged forward fold. Tailbone reaching towards the sky, releasing your head and neck. Maybe grab a hold of your toes. Take one more breath here. And before we inhale and reach our arms out and up, straight spine. Bend into your legs as much as you need to. Pivot your feet so toes point out again into star pose. At the top, good. Exhale and sink your hips. Go back down. Hands come to your hips and breathe. Make sure your shoulders are on top of your hips. Chest lifts. Hips are as low as your knees. Right arm goes in front of your right leg and left arm reaches up. Breathe here. Extend your head out to the right even more. Maybe look at your left hand. Inhale back to center and hand back to your hips. Stay low here and inhale, heels come up off the ground on your tippy toes and breathe. Sink a little lower, keeping heels lifted. And then place them back down. Okay, now stay here in it. Stay with me and exhale as left hand goes in front of left leg and right arm reaches up. Trying to stack your shoulders, side stretch and working your legs, breathing. And then inhale, back up to center, this time palms pressing together in front of you, lifting your heels up any amount and keeping your balance. Chest lifts, tailbone goes back, opening your pelvis. And then place your heels down, but stay low. Tuck your tailbone underneath you, and then press into your feet to stand up using your low belly muscles. Releasing your hands by your side, wiggle your toes to point forward and slightly in. Grab your block and place it at its highest level in front of you, under your nose as you come forward with a straight spine. Straight out from your hips. So fingertips come down on the block, and inhale, and reach out one more time flat back, slightly bending your knees. And inhale, right arm out to the side, hips stay level, chest open slightly as your belly hangs down towards the ground and your baby's cradled. Press your hips back as you press the top of your head forward. And then come back to center and switch sides. So make sure your hips are even. Keep them there as the left arm goes out and reaches. Breathing and expanding in this open space. Feel like your inner thighs are drawing towards each other. Relax your shoulders. And then come back to center to fold over your legs, bending your legs slightly, shifting your weight in your heels, grabbing opposite elbows, and breathing out. Feel the weight of your head releasing towards the ground. Then feel your weight shift into your toes. Slowly release your elbows and walk your hands towards your left foot, pivoting your feet to point towards the top of your mat. Make sure you have a wide stance here. Bend your knees and inhale, sweep your arms up into crescent pose. Right hip is tracking forward, relaxing your shoulders. Straighten out your back leg to get into your hip flexor. And next, exhale, cactus your arms out to the side and bend into your knees a lot. Inhale and straighten and reach your arms back up. Exhale and lower one more time. Inhale while low, and then get ready to launch into Warrior 3 on your exhale, kicking your right leg up as your chest comes down. Looking down, arms go out to the side or wherever you want. Finding balance by looking at one point on the ground, lifting your baby up towards the spine and flexing your foot. And then slowly start to lift your chest as your leg comes down and swings all the way through upright, bringing your knee up into your chest. Finding your balance here and breathing easy. Now cross your right ankle over your left knee for standing pigeon pose. Flex your right foot. Keep looking at your steady spot for balance. Hands together in front of you. And then come forward with a straight spine. Any amount, sink into your hips, feeling the right outer hip stretch. Nice. And then breathe in to slowly come up steady. When you're ready, releasing your right leg, bringing your knee up, and then set it all down, shaking out your legs any way you want. Inhale and arms out and up. Look up, maybe arch your upper back. And then exhale, come all the way down, folding in. Inhale, come halfway up, reaching out. Then exhale, hands down, step back into plank, knees come down. Inhale, chin and chest forward and up. And exhale, lift from your low belly so your hips go up to the sky. Tuck your toes into down dog. Breathe a second here and feel good and strong with the work you've done so far. Inhale, right leg up to the sky, and exhale, step your foot in between your hands. Inhale, reach forward, and then up, crescent pose. Square off your hips, arms are straight, but relax your shoulders down. Strong back leg to get into your hip. Next, exhale, cactus your arms out to the side and bend your knees. Inhale and straighten everything a bit. Exhale and lower one more time. Inhale down here, and then exhale and kick up into warrior three. Looking at one spot for balance. Lift that left leg a little higher. Look down, shoulders relaxing, staying steady with your breath. Think about strengthening the muscles behind and under your baby, and then slowly start to lift your chest as your leg comes down, flexing your foot, and then bringing your knee all the way up into your chest. Arms reaching up, finding your balance again and breathing easy. And then cross your left ankle over right knee and keep that left foot flexed to protect your knee. Lower your chest forward and down, hands together in front of you, sinking into your hip stretch. You can straighten your strong right leg any amount if you want a hamstring stretch on that side too. And then on your next inhale, slowly come up steady, left knee back up towards your chest gracefully, and then set it down, releasing your legs, coming into a nice wide stance. Inhale and sweep your arms back up, looking up, and then close your eyes to fold over yourself, releasing your head and neck. Inhale, come halfway up, and then exhale and hands come down, stepping back into plank with your knees down. Inhale to a modified up dog, shoulders down, and exhale, lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Beautiful movements. Now inhale your left leg up and open your hip by bending your knee, keeping your shoulders square to the ground. Try circling your knee to circle out your hip joint. And next, exhale, step your foot forward in between your hands. Stay in lunge and then walk your fingertips around to the side of your mat and right toes turn out to the side so both feet are pointing out. When you're ready, inhale and rise up and reach up with your arms for star pose. Exhale and sink into your hips into goddess pose again, reaching your arms straight out to the sides. Remember to keep breathing out. Flip your palms up and reach an inch further in each direction. Then stay low in your legs and sweep your right arm under your left and palms pressed together. Relax your shoulders down as elbows go up in front of your nose. Stretch out your upper back and stay tall with shoulders over your hips. Big inhale and let your arms fly away to the sides, staying low in your legs. And then straighten out just your left leg. Right arm reaching to the right, bend your left elbow and point your hands to the right. And one breath here. Then bending both legs back at center, come up into star pose. Then reach your hands higher, maybe look up, touch palms together and bring them down in front of you, getting ready to get back into your squat. Exhale and sink your hips into goddess pose again, knees tracking with your toes out to the sides, breathing, sitting down into it yet lifting your pelvic floor up. So lift from your strong low belly muscles. Now from here, left arm sweeps under your right, twisting your arms into eagle. Relax your shoulders down as elbows go up, reaching your head up, elongating your neck, strong legs. Breathe in and let your arms release, staying low in your legs. Straightening your right leg, left arm reaches out to the side, bending your right arm and pointing to the left. Keeping your upper body above your hips. Good, and then rebend that right leg, come back to center, And inhale, arms up, hips up, stand back up into star pose. Good, and then point your toes forward again. Exhale and clasp your hands behind your back. Lift your chest up to the sky. Keep your low belly strong, so no arching in your low back. Take another breath, opening up, and then close it off by coming forward with a straight spine, slight bend in your knees, arms go overhead. Release your heavy head towards the mat, letting all the work in your legs release. Tailbone lifts a little bit higher. And then release your hands down to the mat. Fingertips go down, lifting your head and chest forward and reaching out, letting your baby relax and cradle here. Breathe again. And then exhale and fold in. Bending your knees a lot. And walk your feet a little closer together to get ready to come into a seated squat. So slowly lower your hips to come all the way down just to where it feels good. It's great to keep your heels on the ground, so walk your feet a little wider if you need to. Spine is vertical, lifting your chest, hands in front of you. Close your eyes and let this deep hip opening release the work you've done in your goddess poses. When you're ready, fingertips go down and walk to the front of your mat and step into downward dog. Let's open the hip on the other side here. So inhale and lift your right leg way up to the sky, then bending your knee and circling out your hip in a way that feels good. Either or both directions, pressing into your hands and relaxing your neck. And then set your foot back down into down dog. Breathe here, lifting your tailbone higher. And then bend your knees and place them down on your mat, wide apart for room for your baby, and sit back into child's pose just like we started. Fully relax and get comfortable here, so press back onto your heels as much as your body will allow. Then relax your arms so super heavy on the mat. Massage your forehead gently left to right, and then come to center in stillness and just feel the weight of gravity really letting you fold into yourself. See if you can let your hip flexors be as loose as they can be, and let your neck muscles and your jaw muscles relax. Your baby is growing and breathing inside of you, so smile.